I could never. Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and I'm just basically gonna run this how I would do it as a tutor and all the different tabs that you're gonna have to open. But first I'm gonna show y'all how to add your selected school, so more elementary, to your Google Classroom.
So I did that already.
Nice.
Do you want me to share my screen and then you can just see if I did this right and then, okay, that works.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let's give that a try. I'm pretty sure we're good to go. Let's go to classroom. And we were looking at the we were looking in the classroom today, and I just don't remember if like we're blue, yellow, or green zone.
Yeah, and that'll change with each student, just depending on what grade level they are all in.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and so I'll be the reading specialist actually. So
Okay.
I'll be the one to tell you. Usually it's like any other person. Your reading specialist is a person that tells you at the beginning of every lesson what lesson you're in, what zone you're in, and who your student is. So of course the student and the zone stays the same, and then the lesson changes every week. So I'll be the one to update you on all,
Oh,
of
okay.
that.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So here's more elementary Tuesday at 2:30.
Perfect. The time's
Is
a little
it
bit off.
Tuesday at 2? Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on.
2:15. Yeah.
But it's Thursdays at 2:15.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We need to go in there and change that. I need to make sure the code's the right one. I'll do that afterwards. Yeah.
Okay.
But otherwise, yes.
So do we need to do anything here on the stream page?
So at the end of the lesson and eventually, not currently, but eventually, yes. So this first posting here, which actually was sent by me, and then Yash is later in the season or in the stream. But this H.U.G prod host right here. So we have engagement forms, and I'll show you the engagement forms that is listed within the lesson. But that's changing because we're developing our own app. And so this piece of the app is pretty much user ready for the most part. It's still in this mid test range, but that's going to be our new engagement form. And so for the first couple of lessons, until we have direct pairings, we won't have access to the engagement form quite yet. But after there's official pairings with the tutor and the student, so in your case with the team and the student, then y'all will have access to this. But so for now, no, but eventually, yes.
Yes. Okay. Got it. Okay. So here's where we would enter the classwork. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So whichever zone, so we could just say, let's say yellow zone, just so you can go on the left-hand side. Oh yeah, that too. Scrolling down, or if you want to just see just yellow zone, you can. On the left-hand side, there was yellow, blue, green. You can select it there.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
I like this view because I think it gives like a better view of it.
Okay.
And then so we'll be starting at lesson 1. So go ahead and click on that. And then you'll see all of the different things that come with each lesson. And we do try to make it plug and play for all of our tutors. And so we have it listed exactly the order that you're meant to go in. And so we just recommend that you just open it like each one by one. So you see the first lesson is the be respectful. So I go ahead, open that tab or in a new tab. And then go back to the lesson, open up the nice to meet you. And then so that way you have that time before your student is in the classroom or in the
already
Zoom room,
ready to go. Okay.
Yeah. And so you just have to share the screen and pop tabs. That's it. So the only thing that's different is the engagement form. That engagement form is we don't use that one. Same with the share at home letter. That was from whenever we were kind of still in person a little bit and could print. We don't we try not to expect the schools to print for us.
So this me and my shadow Jamboard, which one would that one be?
So that is going to be on the right hand side.
Right.
The up in the it's not listed.
Oh, here it is.
Yep, right there. And so
okay.
That should be the me and my shadow. And so you'll have that open too. And now this is like the meat and potatoes of H.U.G. This is the actual
This is it.
reading section.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember
And so,
now.
yep. So this is where we do the highlighting. This is where we do the ping pong game. This is where we do the predict based on the title and the image. And so just like a little script that I do is like, oh, okay. So before we get in and we start reading, tell me based on the title, and then I read the title for the student, and based on the image, what do you think the story might be about? And then so I have them predict, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good prediction. Well, let's start reading and see. And then I go through the freebie words. So I personally, I like to say like, hey, I'm gonna just be highlighting. There's nothing wrong. It's just that I'm like highlighting for my own notes so I remember. But there's a few words, and I'll help you with these. It's doesn't and check, or whatever they are for that prompt.
Oh,
then,
I see. Okay.
yeah.
And
so
then
these,
so do we highlight them or no?
no, yeah, those ones you don't highlight. So the only ones that you highlight
Is
are
the ones that they get wrong.
right. And so if they get doesn't and check wrong, we don't count those because those are
I
counted as
see.
like the freebie
Those
words.
are the
So they're,
freebie words. I
yeah,
understand now.
yeah.
Okay.
But if they said, if they said, let me look at another, shadow wrong. If they got shadow incorrect, then we do highlight shadow.
Okay.
For the first read.
So if they get doesn't and check wrong, we just don't even highlight them. We just
Correct.
let them have them. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then is this it? Is this just the one page of me and my shadow? There's no additional pages?
Correct. Yeah, it's just
okay.
this one. Yeah, so
Okay.
this is like the second grade-ish level. Sometimes
Okay.
the first grade level does have more pages to it just because they're like almost more like picture books or like kids books. The second and third grade have just usually one page of reading.
And then I forget, when we do the first read, are these the colors that I'm supposed to choose to highlight the words that they get wrong? Okay.
Yes.
And then how do I just go back to the pointer here and then I would hit first read. I see. Okay.
Yeah. And
then
so
highlight and then second read. Okay.
Yep. And so what you can do whenever your student, let's just say that the student on the first read did miss shadow. So you would click on that Post-it note and you would type the word shadow next to it. And so that way you know that they missed shadow, and it is highlighted too, but that way you can track there. I know some tutors do that. If we see it highlighted, we know what it means.
Where can I type that? Do I just then go to like add text or something?
That might be the clicker, the mouse clicker. And if you try to, that would also work too. Yeah.
Like that? Okay.
Yeah. It's whatever.
Instead of highlighting, you're saying?
You would do both.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are the whip words?
Yeah, what are those?
Yeah, so the whip words, that's word help in progress. And so after the first read, let's say they miss shadow and home. And so you'd highlight the shadow and home. You would do that in yellow. And
yeah,
then, yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
And then you would take the laser pointer, which is a little button all the way down in the toolbar at the very bottom. And you just kind of, we call this the ping pong game. So you kind of just ping pong back and forth between home and shadow. And you say like, all right, so this word's shadow and this word's home. Let's just ping pong back and forth. And whenever I point to it, you tell me shadow. And whenever I point to home, you tell me home. And just, it helps their brains like really learn the words really quickly.
Okay.
Instead of taking usually like weeks to learn a word, they're learning it within the session. And then, so after you do the ping pong game, and kids are absolutely hilarious. I'm sure if you've have kids or work with kids before, you know just how funny they are. I, as a tutor, I must play the ping pong game for too long because I've had 3 separate students tell me like, okay, I've already read that word. So I kind of just like, okay, cool, you're right, you're good, let's go. And so then we'll go into the second read. And then that's when you grab your blue highlighter.
Okay.
And so let's say they got shadow this time, but didn't get home. So we would go in and we'd highlight home. And then it doesn't exactly do it like how it would in like the regular wheel, but that's green. So now that's the word help in progress. So home is the word help in progress.
I understand now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. And so another thing that I like to always point out about the second read is that if they go through and let's say they missed wall, let's say they didn't get wall in the second read, it doesn't count because they got it in the first read. So there was just something, maybe they were reading too fast or reading ahead. So because they got it before, they said wall correctly, they read wall correctly.
So then we don't highlight it at that point.
No,
Okay.
so you really, the only words you're paying attention to are the words that
During
were
the
missed.
first read. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and then
So then how would we then transition from this once we're done with the laser tag game?
Yep. So after that, and after the second read, you can play the laser again with home, for example, like, and then you could even, sometimes it's beneficial to be like, okay, home. So what words rhyme with home? And then go through different words that rhyme with home to just help solidify it more.
Okay.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the tab that just has lesson 1 there. Like just that very top tab, like the first tab that we were at that we opened all the links from.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't do it now because that will mess up the lesson for Thursday. If you just so happen to be in the yellow zone on Thursday, but you would hit turn it in. So on the right hand side where the Jamboard was.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And so that's how our H.U.G team, the data team, really gets all the data. And for data validation, it's really important. So you would hit turn it in, and then
I leave everything on there. Like I leave the highlights and all that on there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You leave it in. Oh, and I'm so sorry. I'm not used to teaching this because they added it in the winter time. They added to back on the Jamboard side to make a note that has your name and the student's name.
Over here somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But if it's like forgotten, it's not that big of a deal because that's
But
like a
try
whole,
to put it on there. Okay.
yeah, that's a new step that I just forgot it myself. So so it's all good.
Okay, so we can put just like student name.
Yep.
And then tutor.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. And so after
yeah, go on. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So after you've gone through all of that, you'll do, if you still have free time.
This, and this is when we go through, this is the first thing we do.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then, okay, so then we submit that and then we do this.
Yes. The nice to meet you. This is my favorite part.
Oh, so this is the kid. This is us. Okay.
Yep. And you're screen sharing this whole time. So you're the one directing everything and typing everything. So you would type out their answers.
So then when we get into the lesson, you know, and we start, how do I screen share with the kid?
It's going to be in the Zoom. So it's going to be
it's a Zoom. Oh, that's right. I see. Okay, very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if y'all still have time, then that's when you would go into the brainsy.com.
That's the game. I remember this. Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay.
So that's all the games for the kids. And so I think I'll get you a code just so we can see it. So I think, yeah, hit sign in and then I'll ask for a code, use access code.
Okay.
And let me go quickly grab just an old access code just to, so y'all can see it. At this point, I feel like I should have my own access code memorized.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. I might not be in this one. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so this is a great refresher.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Really helpful. Yeah, it was. I honestly completely forgot.
I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you for reaching out. So I'll put it in the chat, but I'll also read it out to you.
Okay.
So it's 6H4762.
Should I jot this down?
What is it?
Should I jot this down for when no, okay.
No.
So there'll be a different code at that time?
Yeah, there'll be a different code. And usually on the first lesson, because there's the nice to meet you, there's not necessarily time to really get into Brainsy. And then
This
even
is
as the
more for
lessons go
later
on,
lessons.
yeah, this
Okay.
is like if there's extra time. And so if you, let's say you do have a first grader, or even if you have a third grader, so we're always in the reading and writing, and then I just learned this the other day too, so this is very exciting for me. Oh wait, sorry, back to the homepage. Sorry, that's my bad.
Sorry. No, it's okay.
No, you're good.
I want to play already.
I know. I was in a meeting earlier today, and I was like, I'm not even kidding. I've learned things from playing Brainsy with the kids. I'm like, I had a really good education. But so if you need to change the grade level, let's say if you do have that first grade student or a third grade student, you would hit that button, just the second grade button.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
very easy. Okay.
Yep. And then that would change all the lessons within Brainsy and all the games.
And can we do math with them, or no, it's just reading and writing? Okay.
Yeah, we like to keep them in reading and writing.
Okay, that's no problem.
Yeah.
And then we just choose any of these, right?
Yeah. Sometimes they are, I'm trying to see if I could kind of point one out. It doesn't necessarily identify them. Sometimes they do have sound to them. And unless you've already shared your screen with sound, the kids won't hear the sound with it. Like, for example, and I think it's the second grade one, has a couple of songs that are like singing along, and they can't hear that. But you could always reshare your screen with sound, which is just done by the little caret next to the share screen video, I think. Or whenever you start to share screen, I think there's like a button that says, do you want to share audio too? Sometimes I just avoid the ones that have sound, just because it's like you're hearing it in your headphones or on your computer, and also you're trying to hear the student. So if it's a particularly quiet student or quiet room, that kind of informs if it's a good idea to like do the song ones.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's oh, see, look.
See, here's a song.
That's a perfect example.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, yeah, because I'm sure you're hearing it where they're like going.
I hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. It can be a little bit overwhelming if.
So here would be a better one. Let me just take a look.
Yeah. Oh, cute.
Wait, so how do you share the sound again?
So whenever you hit the share screen button and that initial Zoom screen.
Really quickly. Sorry.
Are we good? Are you okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. Whenever you first hit the share screen button and before it actually starts sharing and you're selecting window or tab or all the different ones, there's a button on, I want to say the left-hand side at the bottom that says share sound as well, or share sound along with video, something along those lines.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it says share.
Where is it?
Okay, it's when you're sharing your screen.
Oh, okay.
Short A.
So let me know if you guys can
diagrams.
Hear
Yep. Yeah, now this sounds working.
You hear it?
Yeah.
Presenting Officer Ice Cream and the Short Vowel Opera.
Okay, we got it. This was really good.
Yeah.
Kaylin, I'm so sorry. I have to actually hop off right now. But this was very helpful, and Devin will be on Thursday, and then I'll be on next week. So I think we should be good.
Yeah, we're all good.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you both so much. I really appreciate it. We're very excited that the school's getting started. So thank you both for your patience and understanding and for being here.
Yeah, thank you. So we'll see you soon. Yeah.
Yep. See you soon.
Thursday.
All right, take
Thanks,
care.
Bye.
Bye.